structured and secured, and this is a way to do it that is actually not just giving back money $1, but $1 is actually going to be $3, $4, or $5. So you're multiplying what you are giving back to Somalia. And so most of our projects have been infrastructure so far. So as you can see, a lot of schools. We've had a project funded by USAID entirely dedicated to education, borehole water infrastructures, health infrastructures, agricultural support, police stations, airports, you name it. We've done a lot of infrastructures. And now I'm going to give back the mic to AP so I can show you a few success stories from...
Yeah, this is Somali National University campus in Abu Dhabi. These are the girls with a few members of diaspora and local council. They are doing on-spot or fundraising. This is just done one day, and they were able to raise 10,000 USD within Abu Dhabi. These girls were campaigning for evening classes where they wanted to work in the morning for in businesses and other work, and then going to the university in the evening. So they were complaining about solar lights, but they were able to raise 10,000. IOM also matched with 50,000. After that, we also assisted them in the installation of solar into the university instead of a noisy generator. We supported this program. The support continued. If you can see, there are also some local councils. Starting from this, we also have some ministers who have been campaigning. It was wonderful. It was house-to-house campaign, but they made sure one day 10,000 USD is raised. This was one of the success projects. The committee we had, the 21 committee, never had any male. All of them were female, and all of them were university students.
And if I can compliment, it's really important to say that they were not targeted by the project. Those women reached out to us. We never knew about them, but they knew about IOM, and they reached out because they had this issue of not being able to walk safely at night to their university to get the education that they wanted. So yeah, that's truly one of the success stories of the matching grant. And it's also important to note that the government is now ready to fund directly some of those projects through the matching grant. Before, mainly the government was acting, it was individual contributions, and now they're on the path of actually contributing with public money. And I think we can show you a few of our projects, a few of the pictures of the projects, the infrastructure.
This is Farjan School. It was fully funded by diaspora in UK, 100%. This area never had any school. It is still within Abu Dhabi. There were some people who lost their livestock. They were displaced to this place. The diaspora came with this plan. Then in the fundraising of 15,000 from UK, IOM was able to double it with 30,000. After the 45,000, the diaspora again fenced the school with this long 100 by 100 fencing. They also fundraised for one full year teacher's payment. This school is now fully occupied, and it is fully run by UK. I would like to extend a thank you note from Farjano community in Abu Dhabi as well. This is the university way. These are the solar panels the ladies were campaigning for. It's already installed, and it is now working. These ladies go to evening classes. The way is very clear. This is Balad. Balad prioritized having a football stadium and then firefighting vehicle. Both of them are installed. Balad has the best football stadium in Hirshabelle, and you cannot imagine, next to maybe Farah Lagayo, which is located in Baladwin. This is the second biggest. This is a terminal in Balambale district of Galgaduud area. We were able only to support the communities in the implementation of these rooms, waiting rooms, but the rest are community done. This community approached us, they fundraised, and this is what we were able to support with them. But 99% of that airstrip was done by the community. Our own contribution with their contribution is that. Here is Hurshe. Hurshe police station only had one room, but when they fundraised, all these were constructed with their fundraising and with our support. They were fundraising for improvement in community policing as well as improving the security generally. This is now Hurshe. You can see vehicles inside the police station. It's operational. It is the first small village with a police post in Galmudug. Here is Gabon next and within Guriel district. This came as a community contribution. This contribution came from Canada, 100%. It was diaspora contribution, but Canada contributed this project. This area never had any water. People used to move out during the dry season. They only used to come here when they can access water in one of the water catchment areas. When it dries, they used to displace. Now it is a permanent place with accessibility of this water, and this is under the community who are controlling it. They told us they are raising a lot of fund for the next borehole again.
And so maybe to wrap up, as you can see, through the matching grant, we're trying to empower communities to fundraise for their priorities and the needs that they've identified, to rebuild trust within communities, and to build trust with the government. And this tool may be laying the groundwork for a tax system. Communities are experiencing democratic practices through the matching grant, and we're in the process. So this tool was born in Somalia, and we're trying to scale up this tool to other countries, other regions. And so we would like to hear from you how we can manage and improve this tool. What do you?
It's okay.
Oh no, we.
Yeah.
We'll do that later because we don't have time. We need to have.
Yeah, right. So I don't have a presentation. And I mean, after hearing all these wonderful success stories from colleagues and the work that they're doing in Somalia, it's probably, you might have questions. So I want to leave some space for that. Yeah, noted. But I just wanted to say, because you might be asking, so why is she there in the panel? And a fair question, right? But I'm mainly here to hear from you, representing IOM UK. Obviously, you're all, or most of you are based in the UK. What we do at IOM UK is very much trying to engage and understand from the diaspora how we can better make that link, facilitate the link with Somalia or colleagues in IOM Somalia, link up with these initiatives, help
through you or through IOM, and if you are building trust between the government and this community, why do we need a government?
Quick question.
Hi. Thank you, my colleagues. I know Zafira now. We work together. I was wondering, media program and programs that are for women, how come they're not family friendly? She can't leave sometime in January and come back in June. It's not family friendly. It's not female friendly. When these programs are being designed, they don't put what women's life is like. We're mothers, and we need programs that work around gender sensitivity for women. She wants to work in that country. She doesn't have the same opportunity as the man who can leave anytime because he's leaving his children with his wife. If a woman has to go, she has to have some time from September and to June as the school year calendar. So your programs are not designed for females and they're not designed for family-friendly issues. What she's gonna do with her children? Take them, half a year, 6 months. What she's gonna do in 6 months? So she has to sacrifice, and you guys breaking families now. You're supposed to be doing good more than anything else. So if you cannot do good, don't do harm. Policies and programs and projects have women's life in design, in designing the project. I see 3 female there. I'm sure you guys have something to say in that. Please tell us what's going on.
My question is just straightforward. I wouldn't take long. So thank you for telling us all this information. I didn't know before you presented this what you do. I just thought you just arrest the people. So I changed my perception. So my question is, you presented as, Somali map, you make gray some area, southern part of Somalia. So the Somalia has a whole map, holistic map. So from the north, now Somaliland, we have somewhere SSC, Puntland, and then further down, I didn't see any projects you have done. So could you elaborate anything you have done other parts of Somalia? What level of arrangement do you have? What is your involvement as a holistic, as a country? I will commend the work you already presented. Really, this is something very good. I didn't know. I mean, you give that much support to Somalia. Thank you.
First of all, thank you so much for showing your interest and for challenging us. The reason why we're here is to, go back home with feedback so that we can, improve our work. Super quickly, transparency of the recruitment process, how the diaspora is aware of what we're doing. In terms of transparency, in the interview panel, the Recruit Diaspora Expert, there is an equal number of IM staff and UN implementing agency and governmental representatives from the host institution that is in charge of recruiting and placing the expert. This means that when it comes to scoring the candidate, IOM vote is equally important as the one of the government, as vice versa. And in terms of transparency, the positions are advertised through different channels, website, IOM social media accounts. And also we run online outreach events to reach out to the diaspora, to raise awareness on the program, but also to address questions that, people have, like the ones that you are asking right now. There is my email address here. Whoever wants to be involved in the outreach events, please drop me an email so I can loop you in the relevant meetings. In terms of research, academic, and impact, the media program has been running for 15 years, and if donors have continued to entrust us and give us money, there must be a reason why. Many results have been achieved. In the interest of time, I couldn't, show them all in this presentation, but we're more than happy to share, a brochure that we have, success stories. Some of them, are outside here, but we can also, share videos and success stories. I'll stop here and then I'll pick up on the rest. I'll open the floor to my colleagues.
Yes, thank you. So we had one question on how can local and diaspora organizations reach out for the matching grants, and it's actually one of our questions. The matching grant is a relatively new tool, and we're in the process of institutionalizing it. And we want to understand the role of diasporas because, as AP mentioned, some of the projects have been fully funded through the diasporas. And it's still a bit opaque. I mean, we were trying to understand how communities in Somalia are reaching out to you guys to fundraise. They're fundraising obviously through SOCAB, but we still need to understand how local communities are reaching out to you. What are the communication channels, and so that we can target you directly and also build. Let's say, institutionalize and have a bit more structure to how communities can engage with diaspora, or how we can directly engage with you, so you can take part into the matching grants, where and when it's actually used by communities. So there's my email address, and AP's also email address on the screen. Feel free to reach out. We can also have a conversation right after the session, but we would be very keen on hearing more about how you contribute and how we can improve the matching grants. AP, if you have anything else.
Yeah, just to complement what Alice has said, our contributions from the diaspora has been informal for two reasons. One, we never had a direct contribution that can be depicted in the systems we use, because the SOCAB is connected to Salama Bank, which is local. In that way, we are looking for a way to get that somebody in the UK or other parts of the world can contribute and still be reflected. We're still looking for that technology, and that's one of the reasons why we so far don't know exactly the amount and who contributed. The other thing is also, it was informal. Local communities, after we train them and do the ground preparation, it is them who has been reaching their diaspora members in different countries, asking for contributions. Then money was sent to one of the elders, and that elder was depositing. That's why we have few packers or few contributors. Most of the money that is from the diaspora were just deposited. And in that way, we never had some contacts to update us who contributed what, and what percentage of the contributions is coming from this place. But as we go closer to, or as we advance, we are looking for a way also to get that connection. Somebody here use his card to contribute, and then it's reflected. Although we are still avoiding to reflect the numbers of the individuals for security purposes. Even those we depleted, some of the numbers are deleted in order not to be identified by non-state actors. Let me say general non-state actors. That is one of the security purpose. Question two was about trust building. Why are we building trust of the government? We need to build the vertical trust between, horizontal trust between the government, between communities, and then vertical trust between community and government. At the end of the day, we are looking into where people trust their government, and then they become taxpayers, where government is also providing the services that the people are providing now. To start that, we have to show that there is an existence of institutions where the government is registering communities as civil society, representing them, and then they are also depending on approvals and everything from the government side. We are creating that connection. It will also be transiting. Next time, we may not be using BPIU, CPIU, but this is the work that will be done by a legitimate council. And that is the same council which will be collecting tax from the communities, and that is the tax we need to be used in the development of our own country. That's where we are moving to. Maybe before and I give to the mic to the rest, the question of the map. Specifically, our programs are now concentrated on these areas. Personally, I worked in all parts of the country. My friend have just mentioned if we are working in SSC and Somaliland areas. Yes, we have already worked. That is where this program started. I have started this project with different organizations 10 years ago, 2013. We started from area of Hargeisa and we moved to Bur'o. From Bur'o, we moved to Las Anot. Finally, in 2020, before December 2021, I was in Las Anot implementing projects in Hudun, Lafawene, Taleh, Karin Dabeilwain, Karin Garfot, all these areas, all of them in Seoul region, if anybody of you knows. Then we finally come to Puntland side. That's why we are descending to the other parts. If we get funding again, we are going to go back to the same areas. We are not geographically restricted, but we are tuned by the type of programs we have and where they are suitable. I think my friends are going to also complement and add.
Just super quickly about the geographical coverage. We only sit in 2 units, but IOM Somalia mission is way, 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 way bigger. We have 3 different pillars. And that's what allows us to have nationwide coverage. So what we're doing, is just, and what we presented today is just, a small drop in the ocean compared to what the mission does. I wish we were able to present on the whole, programming, but, I know that you're busy later, so that's why we don't want to keep you. Martina?
Yeah, just had one point to reply that to the question reflection about awareness and the role of IOM UK that you mentioned. But so our role is well, this is part of what we do as well, like connecting initiatives in the field offices with the diaspora in the UK. In the UK, we have some of the largest diaspora communities from all over the world, and Somali diaspora is not an exception. So what we're doing is also, last year we connected with Jawahir as well and the Global Somali Diaspora when a regional director, for example, came and presented on what we are doing at regional level, also about counter trafficking, etc. So what we're trying to do is make sure that there is that connection. That connection is made. Sometimes that is an effort led by governments in countries of origin because they're interested to know more about the diasporas. They're trying to understand what expertise they have, what are the opportunities to engage. So they link up with us, and we are kind of the intermediary, right? And sometimes it comes from programs that we have in the field. What we're trying to do now is work also more proactively from IOM UK and starting to engage our own diasporas, working with UK-based institutions to then make sure that we are very clear, 2 minutes, okay, I'll be done soon. They're making sure that there is that systematic engagement, that diaspora is part of also UK led efforts when it comes to humanitarian response, development action, climate action, making sure that there is that coordination happening with what IOM does, what UK stakeholders do, and stakeholders in country of origin. I think is that triangulation of efforts. So yeah, I'm aware we need to do more about, awareness raising, about what country offices do in the field to bring it to the diaspora in the UK. Sometimes is an issue of capacity. But speaking from IOM UK, it's just me and a couple of other colleagues working on diaspora engagement. So sometimes, with 170 plus offices of IOM all over the world, it's a capacity issue as well. But it's definitely something we're trying to do more of. Thank you. No, thanks.
Sorry, would you mind, there was a question earlier about policy.
On education.
Yes.
Can I? Yeah, just because I'm aware of the time. So super quickly, obviously, wherever it comes to policy development, the process is owned and led by the government. The role of IOM is to assess which needs are faced by the government in developing that specific, policy, because maybe the technical expertise are not there. And so that's when, we recruit diaspora experts through the mechanism that I was, referring to before, needs-informed TOR, transparency recruitment, onboarding placement, monitoring and evaluation of the assignment, and an exit interview. And the diaspora obviously work with the government. It's part of, the government, architecture to develop that policy. But obviously policy development is not something that takes place, in a day. And, same applies to his operationalization, revision, monitoring and evaluation. So that's why we might see, diaspora expert being placed, for such a long time, but because the needs are many to address. Therefore, assignment, do focus on different, gaps that need to be addressed. Also because, yes, there is the central government, but there are also, the member states. And then, of course, when we, for instance, hear from the Ministry of Education, we need to continue working on that policy. So the way we pitch it to our donor is that during the previous phase, the policy was developed, but now we have to have it passed and endorsed, by the cabinet, and then has to be implemented. So we have, a follow-up assignment, let's say, that allow us to ensure continuity, with what was done with the previous phase of the project. But obviously, this is, very much of a complex discussion, which I'm going to be happy to have, with all of you, also later. If you want to approach me for question, more than happy to address. And for the female participation of diaspora, we do allocate specific funding just to, try to address the needs that female diaspora may face when going back. For instance, we had a nurse that came back through Gsd, and she decided to bring all of her children. And so we are supporting her with childcare support through, specific allowance. But obviously, as I was saying, we're very mindful of the fact that this is something that we're struggling with. And that's why we would like to hear from the diaspora itself, or what are their needs when they decide to go back to Somalia, and how we can be more efficient, to support them so that we can advocate with our donor. Thank you.
You can just go on the table. Somewhere in between. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hopefully you raised our work. Yeah, right. Reaching very, very area as well.
aad iyo aad ayay u mahadsan yihiin tiimka IOM. mudanayaal marweyn waxaan idinka codsanayaa tiimka IOM oo kamid ahaa sponsorska ama taabageliyaasha barnaamijka shirweynihii sagaalaad ee golaha qurbajoogta Soomaaliyeed inaad si fiican uga sacbisaan. dadweynaha kale ee caalamka naga daawanaya waxaad si toos ah maalintii labaad magaalada London uga socdo shirweynihii sagaalaad ee golaha qurbajoogta Soomaaliyeed. haatan waxaan ku sii soconaa ku sii dhawaaneynaa qaybihii gabagabada waxay noo soo socda fanaaniintii, waxay noo soo socda abaalmarintii. haatan waxaan rabaa inaan u yeero macallin Cabdalla oo matalaya maxadka tababarka IT-ga ee Global Net. macallin Cabdalla iskuulkiisa waxaa ka aflaxay 100 arday ah. si fiican loogu sacbiyo. macallin Cabdalla waxa uu soo saaray 100 arday Soomaaliyeed kuwaasi oo aan markii hore ku shaqeyn jiray xitaa minimum wage ka hooseeyay. alxamdulillah maanta ku shaqeynaya wax ka badan 120,000. waxayna ardaydiisa waxay ku shaqeeyaan haday noqon lahayd NSH-ka, haday noqon lahayd number 10-ka, haday noqon lahayd CNN-ka, iyo meel walba ay ardaydiisa ayaa joogto. marka macallin Cabdullaahi fadal. mana sahlana 20 sano khibrad ayuu leeyahay macalinka. u dheere maxaa hoos darjiga.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله ثم الصلاة والسلام على نبي المصطفى وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. أما بعد first waxaan u mahadnaqayaa Gsd oo soo qabanqaabisay xafladan runtii aad iyo aad u weyn oo socotay shalay iyo maanta. waxaan leeyahay weldan waxaa qabateen shaqo aad iyo aad u weyn gaar ahaan waxaan u mahadnaqayaa jawaahir daahir oo ah gudoomiyaha axmed tooxow oo ah macnaha xoghaynta naciimo nuur iyo sidoo kale baazi busuri oo halkan ka maqan iyo dadkii kale ee kala qayb qaadanayay daadihinta xafladan shalay iyo maanta waxaan leeyahay shaqo weyn ayaad haysaan halka kasii wada insha allahu tacaala and the theme waxa waaye waa break macnaha the circle marka waxaan u baahanahay inaan ku dabaqo our own story macnaha anaga sidee u jabinay the circle yeah waana muhiim because dad badan ayaa u baahan inay jabiyaan the circle waxaan dib u noqonayaa yaraantaydii waxaan xasuustaa habeen aan ka soo baxay wiil aan saaxiibanahay xaafadiisa waxaan ahaa 12 meelaha waxaan wada sameynay muraajaco waxaan soo maray meel lagu barto typingka waan xasuustaa banaanka istaagay muddo ayaan meesha aan fiirinayay waxa aad ii soo jiitay galaaskii oo buuxay iyo macallinkii oo sameynayay inuu u yeeriyo waxay qori lahaayeen habeenkaas ayaan waxaan jeclaaday in aan sameeyo typing laakiin typingka waagaa wuxuu ahaa the only tech oo dadku ay isticmaalaan marka hooyan u imid aan ku dhahay waxaan soo helay barnaamij noocaas oo kale ah waxaan jeclahay inaan qayb ka noqdo and I was very young and hooyo runtii she supported me waxay dhahday wax alaal waxaad u baahanta waa kugu duceynayaa go ahead and do it barnaamijka saas ayaan ku bilaabay waxaan xasuustaa habeenkii u dambeeyey ee imtixaanka la sameynayay waxaa la damiyaa nalka macallinka meeshuu istaagaa waan xasuustaa magaciisa wuxuu ahaa Jerry wuxuu sameeyaa dictation ama wax loo yaqaan yeris adoo waxba u jeedin ayaa waxa loo baahan yahay inaad taabka u qorto macnaha 10kaada farood oo isticmaalaya si quick ah waqti lagu qabanayaa markuu waqtiga dhamaado kadib nalka ayuu shidayaa wuxuu fiirinayaa qof walba inta uu keenay waxaan aad iyo aad ugu faraxsanahay inaan habeenka ahaa qofkii koowaad ee qaaday number 1 ana wali da'deeda aad iyo aad u yareed meesha waxa iga muuqanaya oo aan ka baran karnaa waalidka kaalinta uu ka qaadanayo in ilmihiisa uu siiyo support haddii hooyo habeenka aysan samayn lahayn aysan dhihi lahayn yes maandho waa kugu duceynaya waxa u baahan tahay maanta meesha aan joogo ma soo gaar lahayn maanta shaqada aan qabtay iyo sidaan u jecelahay technology-ga ma samayn lahayn marka meesha waxaa ka muuqanaysa waalidka kaalinta uu ka qaadanayo in ilmihiisa uu siiyo support intaa kaliya ma aha mar walba uu ii yimaado aabbo ama hooyo wata ciyaal macnaa waxaan soo xasuustaa habeenka iyada ah saa aniga u jeclaa inaan u barto tag sidaan u jeclaa inaan habeenka aan guulaysto ayaan waxaan juhdi ku bixiyaa dadaal aan ku bixiyaa qof walba oo la ii keeno in aan ka dhigo macnaha the best intaan awoodo insha allahu tacaala markaan UK imid waxaan la kulmay caqabad kale waxaan isku dayay inaan jaamacadan bilaabo waxaan u baahnaa inaan medicine aan dhigto dabcan suurtagal ma noqon because waxaa ku sugayay hooyo aabbo iyo familka oo dhan waxaad u baahan tahay waa very intensive macnaha learning oo aad iyo aad u adag waxaan go'aansaday inaan sameeyo macnaha tech waxaana sabab u ahaa barnaamijkii aan sameeyey typing ayaan soo xasuustay waxaan dhahay maadaama aad jeclayd oo shahaado ka soo qaadatay ma iyada sii wadid laakiin jaamacaddu waxay dhaheen si lagu siiyo grant waa inaan waddanka aad joogtaa 3 years 3 sannadood waxaa iga dhignaa 1 usbuuc waxay dhaheen kuma siin karno waa inaad sugtaa next year anna 1 sano aad iyo aad ayuu igu badnaa waan dagaalamay jaamacaddii waan bilaabay ilaa waxaan dhammaystay 1 semester macallimiintii jaamacadda waxay ii diideen inay ii sheegaan resultiga waxay dhaheen waxa lagu leeyahay waa tuition fee ilaa aad bixisid ma helaysid macnaha jawaabta waxaan isku dayay inaan la kulmo macnaha student union inaan macallimiintii aan la kulmo ugu dambeyntii jaamacaddu waxay samaysay inay iga cafiso the entire semester oo ay iga bilaabeen bisha January marka taana meesha waxaan ka barto waxay tahay never give up waxaad u baahan tahay weliga ha ka daalin ha ka caajisin isku day in aad ku dagaalanto oo albaab walba oo suurtagal ah inaad garaacdo waayo haddii saa aan samayn lahayn waxaa laga yaabi lahaa inaan jaamacadda aan dib uga dhici lahaa oo aysan suurtagal noqotaynba in aan maanta meesha aan joogo aan soo istaago midda saddexaad waxay ahayd markii shaqada aan bilaabayay macnaha way adkeyd in shaqo la helo macnaha waqtiga iyada ah especially in tech waxaan xasuustaa sanadkii koowaad waxaan ku shaqaynayay 4500 the entire year waxaan u shaqaynayay NHS shaqadeeda waxay ahayd waa technician waa first line support I was enjoying I was very young I was after at the time ولي هذا وحنا هي أفرو لكن تباه صحيحتي مركا رنتي هل كاسنا وحنا قاتي أفر كوني شنبقل لكن نصيب وحنا ويا شيء مركي هل كاسنا ودماده أو جامعة أن كنا هنا يوحوها ساندويتش معناها الله سنة وحبرشة هل سنة وشقاء هل سنة جامعة كنا هنا يسيد waxay ugu dhaheen waa kuu baahannahay noo soo noqo macnaa intaa jaamacada awoodid waxaan ku siinay macnaha waa part time job intaa kaliya ma aha waxay ugu bixiyeen more than 20,000 oo ah macnaha training oo aan ka sameynayay in the city dad waxaan sameynayay ka shaqeeya u shaqeeya BT u shaqeeya macnaha shirkadaha waaweyn ee ka dhisan UK anoo weli aad u daa'ira waagaas marka meesha waxaan ka bartay waxay tahay xaaladaha qaarkood waa inaad hoos u degtaa si aad mustaqbalka wax weyn aad u heshid hal sana ayaa waxaan ku shaqeeyay 4,500 laakiin shaqada maalintii aan ka tagayay waxaan ahaa 52 macnaha K plus London allowance waxaan uga tagay si iskay ah oo aniga aan dhahay shaqada waa iga dhamaatay I have other things macnaha to do in life marka xaaladaha qaarkood samee downgrade hoos u deg si aad mustaqbalka meel fog aad u tagtid inta kaliya ma aha waxaan ahaa active in the community waxaan ahaa qof wax dhiga ma aha waaga tag laakiin waxaan dhigayay luqadda carabiga Islamic studies waxyaalo badan noocaas oo kale ah and I was active in the community and dadku way ku imaanayeen waxay ku leeyihiin we can see you IT ku shaqaysa gaari fiican wadata income fiican qaadata what can you do for us and taas ayaa waxay keentay in aan bilaabo macnaha global net oo aan dhaho okay inta aad taqaan u faa'iide dadka walaalaha ah tan waxa sabab u ah runtii hooyo iyo aabo oo inta yara ugu soo barbaariyay weliga isku day to add a value to other people's life dadka kale noloshooda ina saameyn aad ku yeelatid laana ma aha guusha midda kaliya ku soo hoyata ee guusha waa midda dadkaada oo dhan u soo hoyata marka taa ayaa waxay keentay inaan bilaabo macnaha barnaamijka isaga ah macnaha global net marka taana waxay keentay in maanta shaqadii aniga aan ka shaqeynayay ee aan ka tagay ee ka shaqeeyaan more than 1,000 people inka badan oo macnaha ku shaqaysta xirfadii iyo skillski ay ka barteen macnaha global net dadka yimaada iskuulka malahanda waxay ka bilaabataa from 10 years ilaa 70 years waxa yimaada wiilal iyo gabdho waxa yimaada rag aabiyaal ah iyo hooyooyin ah waxa yimaada qof walba waxa yimaada dad bilow ah waxa yimaada dad jaamacad ka soo baxay waxa yimaada dad hadda college macnaha dhigta malahan xuduud malahan macnaha boundary inta kaliya ma aha waxaan ku guuleysanay after COVID-19 in uu noqdo caalami midaan xuduud aan lahayn ardadeena ugu badan hadda waxay ka soo gashaa Europe waxay ka soo gashaa America waxay ka soo gashaa Africa waxay ka soo gashaa Middle East waxay ka soo gashaa dunida inteeda kale marka qofka meel kasta uu joogo ayaa wuxuu awood u leeyahay inuu macnaha barto wuxuu dhiganayna waa macnaha technical skills oo practical ah oo qofka u sahlaya inuu si toos ah uu shaqo ugu helo dadka iskoolka yimid runtii ma soo wada qaadan karo waxaa ka heli kartaan YouTube-ka iyagoo ka sheekeynaya taariikhdooda iyo meeshay ka soo bilaabeen laakiin waxaa runtii aad ku taabanaya oo shaqadan macnaha kugu qasbay inaad sii wadid qorshaygu wuxuu ahaa markaan bilaabay 20 years ago in aan ka shaqeeyo kaliya 2 years kadibna aan tago ama Africa ama Dubai ayaa markaa ahaa qorshahayga laakiin waxa ceeliye waxay tahay dad badan oo Soomaali ah oo qaarkood ay xamaali ahaayeen qaarkood ay ka shaqeynayeen taxi qaarkood ay bas wadeen qaarkood ay security ahaayeen qaarkood wax kale ay sameynayeen in ay dhaheen yes waxaan u baahanahay inaan IT dhigano ay noo yimaadeen dadkii saas aha maanta waxay ka shaqeeyaan meelaha ugu waaweyn ee wadanka UK iyo adduunka marka taa waxay tusaysaa in qofka suurtagal ay tahay inuu sameeyo isbedel ama uu sameeyo change waa haddii ay ka go'an tahay laana qofka maanta UK jooga shaqo xalaal ah waa xalaal macnaa qofka wuxuu doonaa ka shaqeeyo marba haddii shaqo tahay waa shaqo xalaal ah waana ka soo shaqeeyay shaqooyin aan ahayn xirfad runtii waana alxamdulillah laakiin waxaa fiican qofka in uu helo shaqo xirfad ah iyo skills ah oo aqoontiisa uu ku shaqeynayo marka maanta anagoo dhan waxaan noo ah runtii faa'iido aad weyn in dadkeena Soomaalida ah ay ka shaqeeyaan meelaha ugu waaweyn ee wadanka UK qaas ahaan waxaan xusayaa waqtiga hadda aan hadlaayo number 10 Downing Street waxaa ka shaqeeya ilaa iyo 5 arday oo kamid ah dadka ka baxay iskuulka right now oo ku shaqeeya IT ma aha inay sameeyaan machine reboot iyo wifi connection laakiin waxa laga hadlayaa the system the entire system kodan dadka maamula ay kamid yihiin oo wali qaar kamid ay yihiin managers macnaha meesha maamula qaar waxa jira ka shaqeeya Europe oo dhan maamula qaar waxa jira macnaha xirfado iyo shaqooyin badan saas oo kale macnaha haya maadaama waqtiga uu dhamaaday gabdho badan ayaa iskuulka dhigta oo runtii gabdhaha waxaan leeyahay hadda imtixaan walba aan samayno galaas walba oo gabdho ay dhigtaan iyaga ayaa waxay ka noqdaan number 1 hadda last week waxaan samaynay award ceremony dadka ugu badan ee qaatay giftiga ee number 1 noqday waxay ahaayeen waa gabdho marka gabdhaha runtii waxa u furan wada aad u fiican iyadoo hooyo ah inay shaqo IT ka shaqeyso iyadoo gabar ah oo xijaabkeeda wadato inay IT ka shaqeyso inay xaafadeeda ka shaqeyso iyadoo joogta oo xataa aysan u baahan inay dibadda u baxdo inaysan u baahan marka gabdhaha runtii IT waxaan leeyahay waa the best subject aan samayn lahaydeen waa jeclaan lahaa runtii haddii waqti badan aan heli lahayn in gabdho badan aan soo kaxayno halkan aan keenno laakiin waxaa la socda Samira oo aan siinayo adiga daqiiqad ama 30 seconds in ay macnaha idina wadaagto waxbarashadeedii iyo heerkaad ay ka taagan tahay soo ku soo dhaw Samira insha Allah 1 minute
السلام الله عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته دمان إن وجهنا قروح بدن أنت عالم كذا ونسى إنها عاو فصده الآد وفرح سنة هاي بعد السلام وحاكلون فرح سنة عاو إن منتر كيجا معلم كيجا هيجا عندنا عيسى تاجنا هاي بعد السلام هذا الكمر بينهم كوسي ديرادو وحنا هاي أرضيت كميدا أرضيدا كود دقتا سكول ككولابنت waxaana aad ugu faraxsanahay inaan ku soo biiray Colabanet and I wish markaan wadanka soo kale inaan ku soo biiray marka hadalka idin soo badinin waxa idin leeyahay Colabanet waa school aad u qaali ah waxaan lagu bartaa IT-ga waxa dhigta maamooyin waxyaabaha lagu farxo waxa kamid ah waxa jirta maamo ila bilowda galaaska waxay ka bilowna waxa la dhaho competency waxaan dhiganay network waxaan kaloo dhiganay server aniga alxamdulillaah gabar social and activist ah meelaha iska wareegta business ku jirta howlo badan ku furan yihiin marka shaqo ma raadinin wali waxaan focus gareynayaa study-gayga because you have to educate yourself in order ina meel sarsa u gaartid maamadii 7 cunug u joogto maamooyinku waxay leeyahay never give up she has 7 kids 7 cunug haysta maamadaas maanta waa maama ka shaqeysa IT waxa sii dheer maamadaas she never go school ma aadin in back wadankii markii la joogay maamadaas wadanka markay timid waxay ku mashquulsaneed inay soo saarto ilmo aad u qurux badan wax bartay markii ilmaheeda u koreen waxay ku biirtay galaaskii aniga igu galaaseed I believe caaw haddaan shaqo xareeyo inaan helayo marka all in all waxaan idin leeyahay dhammaan dhalinyarada ku nool Soomaaliya waa idin dareemi karaa haddaa reer Soomaali daawanaysiin aniga Soomaali ka yimiday dadka inta joogo iyo dadka Soomaali joogo isku mid waay haddaad rabtid inaad wax baratid naftaada wax waa bari kartaa wax waa naqan kartaa you have to believe yourself idhahda Ingiriiska naftaada waa inaa aamintid hal eray aan macalinkii ka faa'iido oo ah haquusanin waa had wuxuu lahaa never give up IOM and dhammaan sponsorska and dhammaan qabaqaabiyaasha global Somali diaspora waxaan idin leeyahay aad u mahadsantihiin wassalaamu alaykum waraxmatullaahi ta'ala wabarakaatuh
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته مع عبد الله ومثلي محد كتوبركة IT-ga Global Net iyo Samira oo kamid ardayda aad iyo aad ay u mahadsantihiin.
Thank you very much for that speech and thank you Samira for coming up here and telling us about your experience at Global Net. Thank you.
waxaan rabaa inaan si diiran ugu mahad celiyo dhammaan maamulka Global Somali Diaspora sidoo kale waxaan rabaa inaan u mahad celiyo taabagaliyaasha shirweynihii sagaalaad oo maalintii labaad si habsami leh uga soconaya magaalada London hay'adda IOM kuma koobna hay'adda IOM qaxooti oo kaliya balse geeyiga Soomaaliya ayaa waxay ka sameeysaa mashaariic horumar haddii ay noqon lahayd nalalka cadceedda ku shaqeeyo haddii ay noqon lahayd inay hooyaday dhalaanka u gargaarto ama ay gurmad u fidiso iyo mashaariic kale oo aan la soo koobi karin waxaan rabaa wasaaradda arrimaha dibadda ee Soomaaliya inaan u mahad celiyo waxay kamid ahaayeen taabagaliyaashii sidoo kale wasaaradda arrimaha gudaha ee Soomaaliya Yonis Emra Anti-Tribalism Premier Bank oo ah bangi weyn kana shaqeeya geeyiga Soomaaliya isla markaana ku sahlaya adigoo qurbaha jooga inaad ku kaydsan karto lacagtaada Union Remedy oo ah xawaalad online ku shaqeysa isla markaana sida ay maamulka inoo sheegeen ka raqiisan 35% Coral Health Travel Studio Global Net global net uma baahna sharaxaad waa maxadka tababarka IT-ga maal Cabdallah hadda inoo sharaxay Somali Development Service Somali Community Parent Association iyo Demont Fort University dhammaan hay'adahaasi iyo shirkadahaas suurtageliyay in shirweynihii sagaalaad ee golaha qurbo joogta Soomaaliyeed uu ka qabsoomo maalintii labaad aad iyo aad ay u mahadsan inay taabageliyaan.
Thank you all, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us on the second day of excitement at the 9th annual Global Somali Diaspora Conference in London. We'd like to thank, so all of this would have not been possible without the committee at Global Somali Diaspora, but also our sponsors, IOM, who gave us a wonderful presentation, and we got to know a bit of the work they do. We've got the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Somalia, Ministry of Interior, Federal Affairs and Reconciliation, Yunus Emra, Anti-Tribalism, Premier Bank, Union Remit, Corella Health, Trip Studio, Global Net, Somali Development Service, Somali Community Parents Association, and De Montfort University. We'd like to thank all of you for all your hard work.
waxaan rabnaa haddan inaad si dhiiran igula soo dhaweysaan gudoomiyaha golaha qurbo joogta Soomaaliyeed Jawaahir Daahir.
Okay, are we still awake? Yeah, are we still awake? Do we have enough movement, people to move around, or you guys are tired, stuck? Can we make a little bit of movement? So we have our special Abuanet, Asha Karama, and there's also Somali folklore dance, so you're going to be enjoying. So just bear with us a little bit. So we're almost there. We're almost there, and the dinner is almost there. Okay. So it has been very long 2 days, isn't it? It has been very long 2 days. And we are here now actually concluding the conference. Isn't it amazing? Isn't it amazing? Because we have worked, almost a year to realize this moment. And now it's about the conclusion. So the conference aims and objectives. I'm going to go a little bit. I know it is on your booklets, but the key things was knowledge sharing and learning. I hope you had some knowledge shared and learned from each other. We wanted also to inspire innovation and creativity, and hopefully, the conference was able to facilitate that. Strengthening networks. Hopefully you have, made that networks between yourself, and hopefully some future collaboration and partnership from here that you can, as a diaspora, as Somali government, as IOM, as other institutions, that you can take forward and collaborate and partner with each other. And also we heard about the policy. So there's policy dialogue we had from the government, especially the government foreign affairs. We had IOM as well in terms of their policy. And so hopefully you had some understanding, a better understanding in terms of the diaspora policy within the Somali government, and also how IOM operates, and how IOM also is supporting these policies and process. So we had very interesting themes. The theme, this year was economic growth. It was also peace building. And the reason we have chosen it was follow-up of our last year's conference. We are focusing now as a global Somali diaspora to help our country and also our Somali diaspora to become, economically independent. Whether we are here in the host countries or whether we are in Somalia, we are visioning to be independent economically. And one of the things we noticed last year when we were discussing, and the outcomes of that conference was economic growth, especially in Somalia. Peace building is quite very important. As well as here, as a diaspora, we need to create ourselves that trust relationship. We need to create that harmony between ourselves. Because if we don't able to trust each other, we are not able to also do partnership. And that is quite very important. And we talked about, break the cycle. We have seen a lot of examples of that through the conference. A lot of people out there are breaking the cycle, and we need to continue that. And that cycle, whether it is poverty, whether it is a disadvantage, whether it is, inequality, whether it is for example, a lack of opportunities, access issues, we need to break that. And we are able to do that. We have seen a lot of examples of that. And so we talked about, in terms of gender equality, social inclusion, we talked about importance of our language, preservance of our culture. We talked about economic growth. We talked about innovation and technology. And so what we are doing from here is that there was recording, videos recordings, there's notes has been taken. We will be gathering all of that and make a report as a video and as a report as well, hard copy, electronically. But then we're not gonna leave that. We will develop recommendations and action plan to follow up. At least, see if you can do 1, 2, 3 of these, recommendations. And thank you. Without you, we wouldn't be able to have these solutions and recommendations. So these keynote speeches and panel discussions, they were all kind of contributing to the, to the outcome and aims of the conference. And I would like to thank our dignitaries who have joined the conference the Saturday, as well as those who have joined the Sunday, as well as you here sitting. And that perseverance to stay with us these 2 days. I know it's weekend, it's a time we rest, it's time we spend, with our families, but it shows the importance of us coming together and, this kind of moment, sharing our, stories, sharing our experience, sharing our knowledge, networking. It's a sacrifice. I hope it was worthy. And I would like to thank again, our sponsors. Of course, without them, it was almost impossible to do this. And our platinum sponsor, which is IOM, we're very, very grateful to that. And can we make an applause for that, please? And again, the contribution that has been made, the Somali federal government, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and the Ministry of Interior, Federal Affairs and Reconciliation has been significant, absolutely. And can we make applause for that, please? Again, Yunus Emre has been a very, very close, a friend, a colleague of Global Somali Diaspora. They have been always with us, stand with us, with our conferences, our events, and we have close collaboration, whether it is developing Somali and Turkish relationship, developing Somali businesses and Turkish forum, which we are working at the moment, and this part of also the investment we are talking about, bringing to Somalia. We need to our diaspora businesses, as well as our colleagues from Turkish, businesses, to invest in Somalia. And can we make an applause for that, please? Thank you. Anti-tribalism movement is also a very close, a partner of Global Somali Diaspora. They're the one who sponsored, the gala dinner tonight. And so let's put the hands for them, please. And again, Premier Punk, Union Hermit, Corella Health, Trip Studio, a Global IT Net, Somali Development Services, Somali Community Parents Association, and De Montfort University, all of them has been significant in establishing this beautiful conference for all of us. And let's put our hands for them, please. I would like to thank our board, Global Somali Diaspora board members. We have currently 8 board members across the globe from, within Europe, North America, Australia, Asia. And that means, the planning of this kind of conference, you can imagine, it takes time. And there was a time that we were meeting Sundays, Saturdays, because all of us, we are professionals, we have families, and we are giving our time to this kind of event actually weekends. That's so dear for us. So that means we were working actually lots of weekends, So let's put, Somali Global Diaspora and also our volunteers, our colleagues, our friends who all came to support the event. And let's put hands together for them, please. Again, the venue. These facilities, the ILEC Conference Center and Hotel Ibis, they have been significant partner for this process. Without them, obviously, it wouldn't have been, possible to have this for the, facilitation of our needs, the catering, the refreshment, the technical support they have provided. And let's put the hands to them, please. Thank you. And the last but not least, our host, the most important people, Ladan Jama and Engineer Abdul Fattah Shirwa. They have been, patient. They have been there, from day one, and they were facilitating this process for us. And I would like, to thank them for their wonderful, host. So I know it's the time for dinner, and it's time we are this kind of time we give, some recognition to those, who, for example, contributed to this process, but then also there are some Somali diaspora that has done, significant efforts to certain area, and we would like also to acknowledge that. And Global Somali Diaspora Conference is not only coming and, talking and, discussions, it's also about highlighting, our success stories. It's about celebrating our achievement. It's about also showcasing, our community, and so the award ceremony is not, covering all our success story. It's not covering all our achievement, but it's just a fraction, a little fraction of that. And so I would like to invite my colleague Ahmed Toho to come on board here with me so that we can give the awards. Is Ahmed here? And can we have our all sponsors who are here, please? What the IOM, Yunus Emre, are they here still? Yeah, can we, everyone who has inside, please? Can we have inside all our sponsors, please? Yunus Emre, I know anti-tribalism, no representative is here because of, other commitments. But those who are here with us would like to be in the hall, please. And so it was a journey, almost a year of planning. We are now preparing our next one, which will be the 10th anniversary of Global Somali Diaspora. Can you imagine? It's the 10th anniversary of GSD next year. And because GSD has been established in Istanbul, Turkey, we want to go back there and visit. And so next year, we hope to see you, many of you, in Istanbul, inshallah, and share and celebrate with us this milestone achievement. Maybe, is Ahmed Toho coming? Did you check the prayer room? Maybe you can invite Ashikrama maybe to give us one beautiful song. Is that a good idea? What do you think? Let's do that. Let's do that. Come on. While we're waiting. Yeah, it's all right. Yes. I know it's been very long days, but inshallah, we're almost there. Bear with us. And we would like also to hear your experience. So there's QR codes, tables, give us your feedback, please. We will send you those who are in our email list as well, because we want to hear your experience, your feedback, your comments is very, valuable to us, because we want to improve in the future. We want to hear as well what kind of events would you like in the future? What kind of themes would you like to be covered? So share with us your ideas, your views, and your feedback, please. It will be wonderful to hear from you.
Thank you.
What beautiful, beautiful, beautiful song. We cannot get enough. We know, Abu and Asha, Jazakallah khairan. Thank you so much. We wouldn't stop you because we have colleagues who has to go. And so bear with us, but there's more. So just bear with us. There's more. So let's do this quickly, the closing ceremony. And then, you would have Asha all to yourself. And then we have also folklore dance. Ahmed, do you want to come upstairs with me, please? So I would like to acknowledge somebody very, very special, and that is Martina Castiglioni, Iom UK. She has been working from first day when I have this idea to have conference in here in London, and she has been working since with us day and night. Thank you so much, Martina. Thank you. Behind the scenes. You want to come, sir? Thank you. لقبها Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Have a lovely evening. Thank you. We'll be in touch, yeah?
Keep this, and looking forward to continuing this.
Absolutely. Thank you. And the next one is, GSD 2023 proudly presents this award to IOM Somalia. Come on, Zafira. They have been working with us since, and behind the scenes, how many meetings we had, emails, constantly, mornings, days, and nights. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you.
There's some needle that we have to put it. I'll give it to you later. Thank you for it. Yeah, because we'll
Yes, I'll give you. Do you want to?
That's
the next one, yeah.
Okay. What can I? List kuma soconaya fiiri
Okay, someone special, of course. Yeah, someone very special, Mohammed Artan. He has been working day and night with us since we started the program. Thank you, Mohammed. And Mohammed is a law press. You know, he has his own publicity publishing company, and he has been absolutely, backbone for the conference. Somali Development Service, yeah.
We have to acknowledge them.
Yeah. So this is also award to Somali Development Services. They couldn't come because of the virus was going on. We had a lot of colleagues who couldn't come to the conference because of the flu, COVID, and so on. But the Somali Development Service has been and part of the sponsors to GSD. So please, let's put the hands. I'll take for them. Oh, wow. This award goes to a very, very special group. You know, our community, we are actually, highlight of every area of the society. If you look, for example, from medics to IT, to teachers, to nurse, to politics. But we have also from the artist section, we have performers, we have Duxi Days, who has been absolutely significant in the UK. They shows, when they put the promotion out there, within 15 minutes it's sold out. And Duxi Days was, really privileged to see their show in Leicester in November. And I know they have been in London several times, in other, cities, in UK. But we want to acknowledge our Somali diaspora artists for their hard work, because we know the artistic industry is not easy. And we know people, should become to that kind of level. It's not easy. And that means the tremendous effort and hard work. That's why they have achieved that kind of level. And we wanted to give this award for Duxi Days. Come on, girls. No, woody. Yeah. Yeah, welcome, Raha. Thank you, Anne. Thank you. Thank you, Tia. Thanks for coming, Anne. Thank you, Anne. Thank you. Hey?
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Thank you for coming. Thank you so much. Stay with us, the dinner. There's dinner.
Of course, we'll stay for that.
Okay, and this goes to, the Somali Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Somalia. I think Leila is here to take that. We want to acknowledge their contribution to the conference. Thank you so much. Let's put the hands to Leila. Thank you, Leila. محاول صعب كواجع جسنا مياه اللي كواجع. ليلو أوقات كذا أملنا حتى Minister of Interior بس من جوجان سماها. Can we check the Minister of Interior so that we can also give to Leila? Yeah. So this also award goes to our Somali Ministry of Interior, Federal Affairs and Reconciliation for their contribution to the conference. And I know colleagues, they had to go early. And so we'll give this award to them on behalf of them, but Leila is going to receive again. Thank you. Let's put hands, please.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so this award actually goes as well a very special person and somebody who has been working very, very long time, to actually promote our Somali culture, our Somali literature, and somebody, many of you knows, but I know her since she was a teenage in Holland. Somebody very special actually, and dedicated her time to promote our culture and literature. And that is Ayan Mahmoud, MBE. That award goes, but I'll take that for her because she's not here. But she has been organized and supported the conference as well.
We can open Timothy. Timothy University,
Mark, okay. Okay, Mark, the Monterey University obviously was also one of our sponsors, and Dr. Mark has been contributing as well to the conference. So I'll take for him because he's from Leicester, he's my colleague, so I'll take for him. Thank you. Let's put hands together for the Monterey University. And this is also, we know I just spoke about ATM. They are very, young, talented who come together and to support in terms of the harmony within our community to fight against, divisions and all these, clan systems. The clan, as we have, seen, it has its positive, it is a negative side as well. And it's important that we use its positive side when it's about, mobilizing and doing positive action, but, reject when it's mobilized to do harm. And so I know ATM has dedicated their time really to, fight this against, the negative, clan system. And they were also one of our sponsors. Please put the hands for ATM. I think Naima is near to the office, yeah. So they share the office, so Naima can take on behalf of them, yeah. Thank you. God bless you. Oh, this goes also to Leicester. Oh, Leicester, we have been our share, isn't it? We had our share. And this is Somali Community Parent Association, Sokoba, who has been working very hard in Leicester to support Somali parents, Somali children, as well as, promoting our language and literature, especially our youth. I know Sokoba has been organizing a lot of youth activities in Leicester, and they have been our sponsor as well. Thank you, Sokoba. Thank you, Abdikif.
We're thrilled.
Thanks, about.
Union Remit.
Yeah?
Union Remit.
Union Remit. Yes, Union Remit is also one of our sponsors. Thank you so much for supporting us. Please come. I know you have been very patient with us. Thank you. Thank you. Who is that?
I tried listening twice.
Yeah, that's one question.
I don't know why they did this.
And this award goes to Cruella Health. I'm not sure whether there is representative. Yes. Of course, Cruella, we have seen the magnificent work they are doing in Somalia, and hopefully they will succeed to expand that to the rest of the country. And thank you for being one of our sponsors. Thank you. Thank you, Mohammed.
Trip Studio. Trip Studio.
Trip Studio. Someone here?
Trip Studio, no? Why? They had some.
I think they left. We know some colleagues left because of course, other commitments. So should we acknowledge them? Yeah. So Trip Studio, obviously, they were one of our sponsors. So please, let's put hands together. I think you have to this twice. We're supposed to give him 2, isn't it? Yeah? Yeah. And this award, it goes also to somebody very, very special. If somebody is, a member of our board at Gsd, our young, talented Dr. Suad Mahmoud. Unfortunately, she couldn't, come because obviously personal circumstance. We acknowledge Suad her tremendous work and efforts within Gsd. Let's put hands together, please. Is Yunus Emre with us still, or they left? Yeah, we'll take it for them. Yeah. So again, we talked about Yunus Emre. It's not a new, partner. Let's put hands together for Yunus Emre, please. Let's acknowledge Bazi. Yeah, this person is very, very special. This person, again, is very, very special. When I was in Somalia, obviously I grew up in Somalia. I had opportunity to study, have most of my lives in Mogadishu. And there was this special musician they called Umar Sholi. And Umar Sholi has been always said, Madalaha hobalada wa beri. Yeah? Because he used to go to and do some performance in the countryside. And then there was what we used to call kedis. Then he used to travel to come to Mogadishu and do the kedis, So kedis, is, those who doesn't know, kedis obviously is a knowledge. It's a knowledge sharing, but it's in a more kind of interactive way and questioning our ability to understand and expand our mentality. And so we say this person, very special person, is like Madalaha Gsd basically, and that is Bazi Bazuri Sheikh. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to attend this conference due to personal circumstance, but Bazi has been the backbone of this conference. The most of the work here has been done by Bazi. And so let's put hands together for Bazi, please. Premier Bank, they're not here, are they? Yeah, we acknowledge again, Premier Bank has been one of our sponsors as well. Obviously, unfortunately, they left the area, but please, let's put hands together for Premier Bank. Yeah. So this goes, recognition to a very close friend of me and colleague as well, is the CEO of Somali Development Services in Leicester. And she has been working very, very hard to support our community, families and children in Leicester. And Marian, she is absolutely dedicated had time to support our families and children. And not only Somalis, all migrants, new arrivals in the city, Somali Development Service support them. And so let's put hands together for Marian Ashur. She couldn't able to come because of the flu and the virus going on in the city. Thank you. That's it. No. Yeah, of course this goes as well. Very special company that we had lots of their contribution to our British Somali society this afternoon, and that is Global Net. Come, Ustad Maalim, Abdullah Maalim. Thank you. Thank you. One. Thank you. Thank you, Steph. That's it.
And there's one last one. Before I say the last one, I had two more. One was travel plus, something to do with travel, who were, Triple Studio. Yeah. Unfortunately, while I was traveling, it got damaged. So I have to send by mail. Okay, I'm really sorry. And I'll go back to the list as well. So I've got something like maybe I'm missing or the list. So whoever is in the list that's missing out, we will also send by mail. So I would like to give the final one. I have final secret one, and it goes to the most important person for, for all of us, which is Jawahir Dahir.
No.
Jawahir Dahir. She didn't tell me, but it's a secret. So you deserve it. You deserve it, and
No, I did my duty.
I've been in Australia. I haven't done anything. She's the one who's been, running around, and she's mom. She's taking care of everyone, her mom, and and on the top of that, she has to look after all of us. So yes, I know. Yes, yeah, I have that. It's in the list. I'll check it. Yeah, I'll check it. Yeah, I have to finish this.
Okay. That was naughty, Ahmed. Very naughty.
Thank you, Jawahir, for your tireless work. Yeah. Yeah. Is it correct?
No, correct.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. All right. Thank you, Jawahir. So I'll check it.
So this shouldn't be last, because I know that there's list some more.
Yeah. This was check it.
Yes.
It's hiding somewhere.
This guy is also a very special person. Sorry, we say that's the last. It's not the last. Yeah. It's not the last. And sorry we kept you a bit longer. And this goes also a very special person who has been working with me since I started the idea. And I remember late, early of the year, I had meetings in somewhere in cafes in London, here and there. And that is somebody who has been also tremendous contributing to the conference so much. It goes to Councillor Howden Haley. Come on, Councillor.
You mentioned Trip Studio, isn't it?
Thank you. Yeah, we have been cheeky, isn't it? Behind the scenes. Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much for all your support and everything, Olan. Thank you. Thank you. Without you, it was impossible. Thank you for your support.
I will share this with all my councillors across the boroughs. I won't hold her up, I promise. But thank you for that. Wallahi, it was sincere. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. And we had also Councillor Kasim, who couldn't be with us today, but he has been yesterday all day, and he has been supporting this conference so long. But unfortunately, his award has been also broken, so we will be sending to him by post. And so let's put hands together for Councillor Kasim as well, please. Yeah, and that's, I think, the end of our closing ceremony. So I'll invite our Awanet, Asha, Krama to help you to, again, make you a bit more lively. I can see the people are tired, they're tired, they need to move on, and we will have, a dinner, just one more sing, and then we will have. He doesn't know Bazia yaqaan bas loogu dhibaya. Qaylintuna bahasha.
فرحتي أكون كعكلي وسهمود وعقارة خهار يسر فقارة خهار فرحتي أكون كعكلي وسهمود وعقارة خهار يسر فقارة خهار وحيس فرحة الفوقان في تصبحها فيومانها فعوضينا في عنا فكرتيها قد سنة تأيد استفي صعبة في أسنبات بيجي أسلاها فعدالة فعدالة في الصدف فعدالة Baby, Sasway, Silla, فرحتي أكون كهكلي وسهمة هذا فقارة خضار في الصبح فقارة خضار فرحتي أكون كهكلي وسهمة هذا فقارة خضار عيادة في فرعونها عرف صدسة طلعتها الصغير فجبنا وفرفرنا فرسما عيادة الحمادة تدعنا في الكعبة وفانية فعدارة في السبب قلتينا إيجار بصعتي العوض يقصين يسير وعقلت لينو إيجاي سنين قلتينا إيجار بصعتي العوض يقصين يسير وعقلت لينو إيجاي Mas que feiada, grosseria, a ilha do Iom. A ilha do Iom, mas que feiada. Mas que feiada, grosseria, a ilha do Iom. A ilha do Iom, mas que feiada. Hadaan ku gateen gacmigaa isku gameen kurugeeqa injare waa ku garteen goosiyo hadaan ku gateen gacmigaa isku gameen kurugeeqa injare waa ku garteen Hadaan ku gateen inaa isku dayeen kurugeeqa injare waa ku garbeeyeen goosiyo hadaan ku gateen inaa isku dayeen kurugeeqa injare waa ku garbeeyeen ما شاء الله ما هتسنتين
Somalia. عشرة ديار وين the food is ready before it gets cold. Anybody can go there. Sibo manja, yeah.